Today's discussion on importance of deen in human life. Before starting topic, we have to make past paper analysis. Last 15 years paper told us that the topic importance of deen in human life was questioned 3 times in the past. Last year in 2022 and 2016, same question was repeated in both exams without any changing. While in 2012, necessity and importance of religion in man's life and what is the effect of religion on human life, this question was asked. Now we have to prepare this topic by keeping the past paper questions in mind before proceeding and start topic. First, have a look on outline in which main headings are scribbled or written. What is the role of religion in human life? Why we have need of religion in our lives? One can discuss the reasons behind the requirement of religions. It provides us a complete guidance in every field and every sphere of life. One can face the difficulties of life according to the teachings of Islam. Deen provides base for scientific process as Quran is the first and the foremost source of knowledge and revolution. In Islam, there is no superiority based on race, color, or place. Only God-fearing is the criteria of superiority before Allah. So our deen roots out any discrimination. It is a natural system and have 100% harmony with nature. Now start the topic. Religion or deen is an all-round movement in the light of faith in Allah and a sense of responsibility for the formation of thoughts and belief. For the promotion of high principles of human morality, for the establishment of good relations among members of the society, and the elimination of all sorts of undue discrimination. We require religion for the following reasons that are religions a guideline for practical life. How to confront the difficulties of life, source of knowledge and revolution, fight against discrimination and harmony with nature. Religion provides a confirmation or sanctions for the principles of morality like justice, honesty, righteousness, brotherhood, equality, virtuousness, tolerance, sacrifice, help to the needy and the poor, and other kindred virtues. These are the virtues without which not only our life will lose its order and normalcy, but it is very likely to be turned into chaos. Of course, it is possible to acquire those moral and social qualities without the aid of religion. But certainly, in the absence of firm religious belief, these values appear to lose their meanings and become a series of mere unbinding recommendations. Because in such a case, they do not amount to more than a piece of advice from a close friend in respect of which we are at full liberty to accept or reject. These qualities are rather based on an internal feeling and faith and are naturally beyond the scope of ordinary law. The well-known philosopher cum historian Will Durant says in his book Player of the Philosophy that without the backing of religion, morality is nothing more than arithmomancy or numerical value, as without it the sense of obligation disappears. Another famous quote about the need of religion is of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk Pasha. He said, "Religion is an important institution. A nation without religion cannot survive." Religious man with firm belief in Allah and of His munificence and generosity does not find himself in under desperation even in the worst moment of his life, because he knows well that he is under the protection of being who is almighty, with faith in the fact that his every problem can be solved and every deadlock can be resolved with his help. He can overcome every disappointment and hopelessness. That's why religion provides power for facing adversities and serves as a bulwark against undesirable reactions of despair and hopelessness. The Holy Quran says in Surah Yunus ayat number 62, Ala inna awliya Allahi la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. Unquestionably, for the allies of Allah, there will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve. Religion, with its firm and sound teachings, can be an effective factor in scientific progress because its foundation has been laid on the solid bedrock or basis of freedom of will and on the fact that everybody is accountable for his own deeds. The Holy Quran says in Surah Mudassir, ayat number 38, Kullu nafsim bima kasabat rahina. Everyone is entangled in the outcomes of his deeds. Faith in religion teaches that limitless knowledge is the source of this universe or cosmos, which is like a very grand book penned by an erudite scholar. Every page of it, nay, every line and every word of it contains a glaring and glowing truth, which stimulates us to further study and contemplation and meditation. This attitude towards the cosmos or universe undoubtedly stimulates persistent thinking over the mechanism of creation and consequently helps in the advancement of science and knowledge. In contrast, if we hold that this universe is the product of sheer mechanical factors having no intellect, there remains no plausible or understandable or comprehensible reasons why we should make strenuous or hard efforts to discover its secrets. In principle, a universe which is the outcome of working of unconscious machinery can neither be well designed nor mysterious. Apart from giving a deadly blow to the advancement of science and knowledge, such conception of cosmos negates the very fact the man's instinct is basically rooted in religion. Albert Einstein was very true when he pointed out why great thinkers and discoverers are all interested in religion. He said that it was hard to find anyone among the great thinkers of the world who might not have a sort of religious feeling peculiar to him. That feeling was different from the religion of the man in the street. It has the form of a delightful wonder at the marvelously accurate system of the universe, which from time to time unveils secrets in comparison with which all organized human thinking and research are rather weak and stale. This feeling illuminates the path of the life and efforts of a scientist, and as he gains success and honor, it keeps him free from the dead weight of selfishness and pride. Religion strongly opposes every discrimination based on color, race, or class because it regards all human beings as God's creatures and every country as God's country. According to it, all enjoy God's love and kindness equally, and as such, all are equal. According to the teachings of Islam, no man can be superior to another on the basis of his color, race, descent, language, or class. Islam recognizes only piety and knowledge as the touchstone of superiority. Allah says in Surah Hujurat, verse number 13, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min zakarin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum indallahi atqakum inna allaha alimun khabir. O mankind, lo, we have created you from male and female and have made you nations and tribes that you may know one another. Lo, the noblest of you in the sight of Allah is the best in conduct. Lo, Allah is knower and aware. Man has been familiar with religion for such a long time that it covers the entire recorded history of human life and goes back into the depth of prehistoric times. The Holy Quran has described religion as man's innate nature and Allah's established order. Research carried out by the psychologists and historians shows that places of worship, either in their simple or elaborate and complex form, have always had an influence on human life and religion. In its various shapes, has been interwoven with its history. The question of religion in the view of a philosopher is one of the basic questions of history and psychology. He adds that from time immemorial, religion has always gone hand in hand with human history. The idea of piety can never be removed from human heart. It is obvious that at a time when the level of human thinking was low and the science had not made any remarkable progress, this internal feeling was in an incredible way mixed with superstitions, but gradually with the progress of sciences on the one hand and persistent efforts and teachings of the prophets on the other, it was purified of adulterations and it regained its purity and originality.